A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And he's got room. That one good for 33 in the first.
Let's go.
Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that, but that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 14. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's a give to Lindsay running right. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. 4th down, here's Haskins. And that is going to be incomplete. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, able to break that one up. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Check my 19. Check my 21. I'm trying to collect. Okay, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Watch the run. Watch the run. It's out, baby. That's baby out.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Going up top. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off. Just as
and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And this time, not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Allen throwing complete to Foster. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He completes it to Peak. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Wide. Get wide. He's coming. Double up.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Allen to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall, second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hawkinson. 8th overall, he was selected by the Lions, but Noah Fant really wowed everyone in Indianapolis at the Combine and now trying to parlay that into an impressive NFL career. That's one heck of a third-down conversion, a pickup of 39. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsay, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination. And they got it done on the 2nd try.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. A pretty big opening there on 1st down. 8 yards up to the 33. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a run with Geis. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. 2nd down, Haskins. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Haskins. This is the tight end Fant. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They go play action with Haskins. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They go play action now. Haskins. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Broncos with a lead and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 45-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Check the middle.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen finding Knox there, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing now is Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
For the Bills field goal, a 48-yard attempt.
And Hauschka missed it. Wide to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And the pressure gets to him again. Jerry Hughes, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Haskins. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Allen going to throw again. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now in Buffalo. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Another run by Lindsey. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. First down, Denver.
Now Haskins on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A 28-yard gain.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Andy Janovich his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw, it's Allen, and that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And the return will stop right around the 25. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll run with Lindsey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now McManus for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Next to score, Broncos 28, Bills 3.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll go again with Lindsey. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.